Hello.
Hello,
Hi, Sushi.
am I audible? Hi,
Yes,
hi
yes, you're
Prateek, hi
Audible.
Shreya.
hi.
Hi, hello.
Yes. Okay. So very good evening to you both.
Yeah, good evening to you too.
Okay. So guys, presenting you our first episode of Startupreneur's Talent. That is, we'll be recording this as an interactive session, and also we will be uploading it on our YouTube channel as a podcast. So first, I would like to say something about our fellow chartered accountants and the successful pitchers of Shark Tank India. So CAs with their articleship experience in PwC and reaching heights in their professional career, and founders of a company providing innovative and sustainable products that are perfect for your artful yoga practice and wellness needs. So, my student club is welcoming CA Prateek Kedia and CA Shreya Bansal, founders of Wiselife. I welcome you both on behalf of the entire My Student Club team.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting us to the podcast.
Yes.
So, Srishti,
So,
is this
yes, so
something
before, yeah.
that you do often, or
Yes, actually, we do this sessions for CA intermediate and CA final students. Like we invite all India rankers, and then we also invite many industrial trainees and articles from big fours and big firms to share their experience with, so that they can help in guiding the students in a better way.
all right? And all the joinees are basically articles who are
No,
pursuing
no,
their.
for this session, it would be mixed of CA students as well as some qualified, because as this is relating to entrepreneurship, and many of the chartered accountants are too interested in hearing to you.
All right, great.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, as we all are CA students or the fellow chartered accountants, so we would like to know from you, like, how was your CA journey? Like, about your articles of experience, your exams, and everything about that.
Yeah, I think the CA journey was very typical CA journey, as you all are experiencing and going through. Uh, so even like till 12th, so I was very sure that I had to do CA since my father is also CA. I've always seen him doing his work, and I wanted to join and uh, you know uh, expand his CA firm initially, like when I was in school. Uh, so that's how like I joined CA. Then I did my CPT from my hometown. I cleared that in the first attempt. Then I joined DU. So I had started my BCom, and there, while I was also going to the college, I was studying for my IPCC. And at that point of time, in second year, I cleared my IPCC, and I basically sat for interviews of my articleship. Finally, got a offer letter from PwC, and that's when I left my college. So started my articleship there. I was very very happy when I got articleship in PwC, as I'm sure the other people, IPCC students, if they are here, it's a dream to join Big Four. But as soon as you enter a Big Four, you realize कि शायद वो dream गलत था. So that was that.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then we also like I also yeah. So then I was preparing for CA final also in the same time, and gave my CA final exams, and yeah, became a CA.
Yeah, for me it was slight. Did not intend on doing CA at first, but after I joined my college, I was a student in Hindu College, Delhi University. I thought of doing. I just cleared my CPT, gave IPCC, cleared that, completed my college, and then joined PwC. And since a lot of hard work goes into the whole journey, everyone who is doing CA prepared so hard, has sacrificed a lot of things, be it social events, be it friends, be it a lot family. and a lot of hard work doing CA and becoming a CA. So I did my IPCC, then I joined. We had a campus hiring at Hindu for PwC. I joined PwC, and even in articleship, you realize the struggle is not over after you get there. There are long hours of work going through uh, client after client. There is late sitting, but there is also a lot of learning, which eventually helps you later in life because you've seen your set of challenges early in life. Yeah. So then I give my CA final, and uh, through like I would like to thank for God that I got a rank also in CA, and then the journey continues from there. I got a good job, and now the entrepreneurial journey as well. I would say CA, being a CA, it just clears your mind a lot. You have a lot of clarity of thought. And since you've gone through that initial struggle, it really helps you in your later days.
Absolutely. So the way you
Yeah,
are
Srishti,
describing
you,
your articleship experience, so were you both into statutory audit?
yeah, continue.
Yeah, like, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, you're audible. I think there is a slight
Yes.
lag.
Okay. Like I was asking, like you both did your articleship into statutory audit itself?
Yeah, so I was 3 years in stat audit.
I got a chance to start with internal audit. Then I moved to statutory audit. And after that, I've also done some time in indirect taxation. So I was a little fortunate to work in multiple areas.
Yes, absolutely. Because statutory audit in Big Four or Big Six is quite, I could say, very like stressful and hectic over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So next, we would like to know from you, like, what led you to start this entrepreneurship journey and not going forward with the routine started accountancy work.
So I'll take this up. Srishti, I think that we should have a always have a long term and a short term goal defined for yourself, right? So and which keeps on changing, by the way, every year. So I would say that
Hello, you're not audible, by the way.
okay, I don't know how it got muted. Yeah, so I was saying that I always believe that we should have a short term and a long term goal. So I had a long term goal that I do not want to work for somebody else. I want to do something of my own. I want to create something of my own. And I want to do something which is very scalable, right? And my short term goal at that time was to become a CA first, and then after CA also I did like 1.5 year. I continued in PwC because I wanted to learn more. So my short term goal was to learn and grasp as many things as I can, right? So at when COVID hit, we were at home, and so Shreya and I have been doing yoga for quite some time, uh, and we realized that there is a lot of buzz around yoga, but there are no brands which are like, any premium brands which are actually solving the problem of yoga in India. Like we have like tens of hundreds of brands for everything, like speakers, or you can say like even toothpaste. We have 4 5 brands, but why not yoga products? There is no particular brand. So that was the insight that we had identified some time ago. But we were thinking कि यार मतलब ऐसा क्यों है. And when COVID hit, we were at home, and I realized that, see, I do not want to continue my job for a long time anyway. Maybe this is the right time that I should put in my papers and think of something bigger. So you can say that the entrepreneurship spirit was always there, and it came out at that point of time. at that time I had an idea in mind as well. So that's how we started that journey.
Yes, exactly. Like we have heard this in your Shark Tank pitch as well, that how what led you to go for yoga, meditation, and all. So yeah, so like whenever a person starts his own entrepreneurship, or even a person is pursuing a chartered accountancy course, so there are various challenges and setbacks one has to face. So what is your approach towards those challenges and setbacks? How do you overcome the same?
Right. Uh, uh, see, I will say that, see, being a CA, I always thought that it is my area, in the sense like a business. Uh, After a point of time, like after the initial idea, is always about, you know,
Execution.
execution and numbers and all of those things. And even in CA, we strategize, like we learn costing, we learn financial management, we learn accounts, we learn taxation, we learn custom duties and all of those things. So I think it helped me a lot, like my CA experience. So a lot of times people do ask me, यार आपने CA किया ही क्यों? आपने अगर आपको बिजनेस ही करना था, then why did you waste 5 years? ये ऐसे कर लेते, वैसे कर लेते. And I was like, everything that I learned in those 5 years, I'm using it every day in my life, right? So I won't say that like there was a lot of challenge moving from a CA background to entrepreneurship or a business background. Apart from that, I think support of family is very essential, right? There should be some backing that if you are going to take some amount of risk for 1, 2, 3 years, who's actually going to fund your expenses, right? So either you should have some savings, or you should have your family fund you, or a loan, or things like that. So all of those things you have to figure out, like how am I going to work for the next 3 years? And you need to make a plan, and you need to be very firm, and you need to execute it, because whenever you are doing a business, you are going to face a lot of self doubt. Your friends are going to be doing lot of multiple things. They're going to be being at a better position at a lot of time, and because you meet them, you a natural comparison comes to your mind कि यार वो इतना अच्छा कर रहा है, काश मैं भी अगर मैंने वो किया होता, मैंने वो जॉब ली होती, तो ये हो रहा होता. But you have to be very very dedicated to your vision that you have to achieve this. And like I put a timeline to it, like I had a 3 year timeline to it कि 3 साल में अगर मैं इतना इतना ये कुछ मेरे basic goals हैं, अगर ये achieve हो जाएंगे, तो then I'll 100% continue this business and I'll not look back. But and I was able to hit all of those business goals. So I think a plan is very necessary to do that thing, and everything else follows.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, in every kind of business, execution is the key. Like ideas are there, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
how we
We are
execute, that is
we
the
are
most
very good at
important.
making Excel sheets. We are very good at making business plans, projections, and all of those things. How to bring that to life is the challenge, right?
Yeah, but I think in
Yes,
the journey of, like I was saying, CAs are hardworking,
Yeah.
right? So that's sort of there in us that you have to do the hard work and then like reap your reward. So a lot of, I would say, blood, sweat, tears have gone into the business,
Yeah.
and learning a lot of things which are not related to CA from scratch, be it Amazon marketing, be it Facebook marketing, all of that effort also goes. You need to have the will to do it.
See, business is on the go learning. Any business, you talk to any founder, you talk to any business person, he will not be the subject matter expert at everything, right? So you learn, you understand, then you pass on the job to your junior, and then you take another process, and then you automate that, then you take another process. That's how it goes.
yes, absolutely. So like we got the questions from some of the students and also started accountants, like what it feels like being at Shark Tank and What amount of hard work it takes before pitching there in front of the sharks?
Yeah. So actually, it takes a lot of work. We applied in season 2 as well. So there are quite a few rounds. So we have starting interview form round. Basically, you fill out your application, and then then there's another round where you fill out a even more detailed application, and you send in your video pitch. Then there's another round where you go for an in-person interview at which is done at probably 5 to 6 metro cities in the country. Then, if you're selected for that, after that, then you are able to pitch in front of the sharks, right? Which is also very unnerving, and it's all real. It's 100% real. You when the doors open, you're seeing the sharks for the first time, right? So you have to make sure that your pitch is on point, that whatever you're able to communicate your brand message really well. So we thought about the pitch. You have to prepare for you don't know what's going to happen in the tank, so you anticipate. You need to be really good with your numbers, so you prepare all sorts of numbers. What might they ask? All of those questions you sort of keep in handy, so that you can at that moment you have everything, you know uh, in your armor to be ready and answer them, right? Because you know your business inside out, and they should it should reflect in your pitch. So confidence is key. So all of these things. Do you have anything to add?
No, I think you said it very well. Uh, Apart from that, it's really, really exciting, guys. Like, we have been Shark Tank fans like since our childhood. So even the first time that we spoke ever, like Shreya and I had a first conversation, like back in PwC days, and in the first conversation we spoke about Shark Tank. So that was really our passion. We used to love watching it together. We used to love discussing about various brands and all of those things. And when it was actually happening, I mean, it was really exciting. Or heart was pounding, and yeah, so that was really good.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Like now, towards like as Shark Tank has done its 3 seasons in India, so the crave of entrepreneurship is just flowing like a wave in the entire India. Like all the students and everyone, they dream of becoming entrepreneurs and then pitching in front of the shark. So, like as viewers of the Shark Tank, हमने सिर्फ एक side of the table देखा है. Okay, I think some network issue.
हाँ 1 किलो टाल ले यार।
Hello. So sorry. Actually, our battery died.
Yeah, no issues.
Yeah. You were saying?
Yeah. Yes, so I was saying like as the viewers of Shark Tank, we just see the one side, like एक side of the table ही हमको दिखाया जाता है, like how the pitches go, how they pitch. So like as you have like in your startup, most favorite sharks of amongst all have invested, like Aman, Namita, Anupam, and Ritesh. So we would like to know from you, like after getting a pitch at the Shark Tank, like after getting the investment, what
Yeah.
exactly happens at the backside?
Okay. So what happens is it's a standard deal process in any kind of, if you ever raise a fund, right, in your company. What will happen is that you have made a commitment, right, which is also called a term sheet. In the term sheet, there are broad points कि इतना कैपिटल हम लेंगे, इतना हम डाइल्यूट करेंगे, कुछ जो मोटा मोटी कंडीशंस होंगी, इफ देयर इज एनी रॉयल्टी, इफ देयर इज एनी advisory shares, and are there any employment conditions, any non-compete, etc., etc. So all of those things are first agreed upon in a term sheet. I'll just join in with my laptop again. Yes.
So you are on mute.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. So once the term sheet has been agreed upon with your any investor, there is a due diligence that kicks in. Now the investor will appoint an external party, mostly a CA or a consulting firm, to carry out the due diligence process of the business, where they check everything that you have told them, revenue wise, profit wise, like capital wise, and all of those numbers are actually intact. And is there any liability which can occur in the future? It can be TDS based, it can be GST based, it can be legal based. So all of those things are done in a due diligence, which is done by a independent entity. Then they issue a DD report. In that DD report, they write the points, they write their observations on the business. Now when you discuss those observations with the investor, कि उन्होंने बोलेंगे कि आपका इतना टीडीएस अनपेड है, आपका ये प्रॉब्लम है, या फिर ये है, तो आपको वो डील लेने से पहले, बिफोर वी एक्चुअली गो अहेड विद द डील, you need to correct all of these things in your financials, right? So then we do all of those things, and then we agree on a shareholder agreement. Now this shareholder agreement is the foundation of your funding and how the future company is going to look like. So right now we are also in that shareholder SHA phase, where we agree all of the things, and so once the SHA is done, the money is then transferred to your bank account, and you can use that capital for your business.
Yeah, so I think the main point here is the due diligence process that occurs, because they have to verify everything that you've said.
Yeah.
And then they can move on to the agreement and transfer you the money.
So like Prateek and Shreya, do it happens anytime like we see कि TV पे तो इनको investment मिल रहा है, but real life में investment doesn't go to them actually?
Yeah, so even we were curious
Curious about
about this. So there are deals where either the founder backs out because they are getting a better valuation outside, or they never intended to make that deal in Shark Tank in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? Even the investors, after doing the due diligence process, if they feel that the person who has presented it has presented wrong facts, right? So you lose confidence, right? You will not be able, you'll not invest on false information. So they back out of the deal as well. So there are a lot of cases in which both, it could be both, that this happens. And eventually some deals where both the founder and the shark is ready, those deals go through.
Yeah. So these kind of deals are always tricky. It has to be completely agreed upon from the both ends, right? Because it's essentially a partnership, right? It's essentially a marriage that has to take place. And anyone, if they have any kind of second thoughts, even at the last moment, the deal won't happen. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay, so like in first season of Shark Tank India, we saw many like IIT, IIM people, and now in season 3, we have seen more charterpreneurs coming up with their pitches and ideas. So like, do you guys want to give any advice to the CA students out there and the chartered accountants out there who are already having some ideas in their mind? So how to go on with that and build a successful business?
Yeah, so I think one thing I would like to say here is that I feel CAs can do anything. I think it's more person dependent. We should not feel that if someone is an IT IM, they have a better chance than us, right? If you have the will to do it, if you've thought that you will be able to do it, there is no chance in the universe that you'll not be able to, right? You just have to keep at it. We are not inferior, right? um, Now even investors, even in the investing world, it was first IIT IM people who used to get more investment, but I think a lot of those doors are also now opening up to chartered accountants, and they're seeing everything which is presented with a lot of business sense and clarity. It will um, get funded, or it will grow. So
Yeah.
Prateek?
So I'll tell you one thing. A business is a business. Okay, it does not see whether the qualification of the founder, and even for an employee, is an IIT, is an IM, or whatever, right? मतलब startups are just functional. They work on functionality. They work on results. ठीक है, तो मतलब I think I don't think anywhere कि IIT या IM या CA मतलब इसमें आगे पीछे कुछ है नहीं, ठीक है. एक बहुत नेचुरल सी चीज है. When we think of a startup which is related to law or which is related to GST or all like a financial side of it, are more probable to be launched by a CA because he's a subject matter expert. And on the other hand, whenever we talk about a technology leveraged product, it can be something like a cred or a, I don't know, like a meta or all of those things which involve technology very heavily, like a delivery logistics, which is also tech enabled company, right? So all of these companies are more probable to be found by an engineer, right? Because they understand that framework better, right?
Yes.
So I think on the principal level एक सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट वाली चीज है, बट अगर आप एक ओवरऑल स्टार्टअप कल्चर, स्टार्टअप इकोनॉमी की बात कर रहे हो, तो आई डोंट बिलीव दैट देयर इज एनी सेपरेशन ऑफ अ इंजीनियर और अ banker or a CA or whatever, because like you should have an idea, and a business is essentially dependent upon 6-7 factors. It depends on the idea, it depends on your zeal, it depends on your competitive landscape. अगर आपके पास एक ऐसा आइडिया है जो एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करता मार्केट के अंदर, यू आर द फर्स्ट पर्सन टू लॉन्च अ प्रोडक्ट विच हैज हाई डिमांड बट देयर इज नो सप्लाई टू इट, देन इट डज नॉट मैटर एट ऑल वो किसने बनाए. ठीक है, वो लॉन्च करेगा फर्स्ट टाइम, बहुत गंदा प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करेगा. एग्जांपल है कि आप एक बहुत सबस्टैंडर्ड प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करो टू फाइल ऑटोमेटेड रिटर्न्स, GST returns. ठीक है, since there is a high need of that product in the market, a lot of people will use it and they'll give feedback कि प्रतीक इसमें ये काम नहीं कर रहा है, इसमें ये प्रॉब्लम है, इसमें ये प्रॉब्लम है, एंड वो धीरे धीरे इवॉल्व होता है, एंड विद इन 3 years you will see that that same product can do a fantastic job. So there is a learning curve of 1 to 3 years in any kind of startup.
Yes.
So I think that is very crucial.
Exactly. So, like, as some of our students came to know that Shreya is an All India ranker in her CA final exams, so they have also put forth a question on demand, like, how should they prepare in order to aim for a rank or in order to clear CA exams in first attempt?
Okay.
Probably the wrong person to answer this question.
No, I would, okay. So ठीक है, I would say every person has a different style of learning. ठीक है, I would say a lot of people say do 15 hours, do 16 hours. Personally, I have not done that. That was not my style of learning. My style of learning has been, I used to grasp the concept really well, right? I did plan that I'll do 16, but once I reached that point of mental exhaustion, there was no point in sitting and doing 16 hours of studying if nothing is going in my brain after 8 hours. I feel a regulated plan where even if you're getting concept clarity, right, and you're able to grasp those concepts, you do a few practice papers also, and then you're able to execute in the exam that is there before you. that can help you a lot in clearing, if not, getting a rank. So
Yes.
some it could be, small factor of luck as well. Obviously, a lot of hard work is going to go into it, but I think you should see what style suits you better. If you should not go by someone's advice in saying that you should do 4 rounds of revision, you should do this, you should do that. For see what has given you the most amount of results, what has led to your success in any of the test papers that you've given, any of the teachers exams that you've given, anything. See what has given you results. If so what gave me a lot of relaxation and reprieve was I used to watch series. So when I used to relax while watching some TV series.
ये सब
So
ये सब नहीं बताने होता है.
I think so that is the reality, right? मतलब I can say कि मैं कुछ नहीं करती थी, मैंने सब छोड़ दिया था. That is not true. ठीक है, तो उससे मुझे थोड़ा relaxation मिलती थी. And then I used to continue my studies, and that is because it's a long study leave, right?
Yeah.
It's 6 months while you are preparing. So I think इतनी tension और anxiety नहीं लेनी चाहिए. That harms you more than it does you good. You start panicking in the exam. You have to think of it. I used to tell this to Prateek कि that positive thinking was there in my mind कि अगर मैं नहीं clear करूंगी तो कौन करेगा. So that's been there. If you don't थोड़ा सा confidence रखना पड़ेगा in yourself that you will be able to do it, and then you put effort behind it.
Correct, absolutely. So the most important takeaway from this session would be execution. Be it your exams or be it the ideas of business, execution is the key.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so like one last question from my side, then we will take one or three Q&As. So like I don't know whether I'm supposed to ask this or not, but like in the Excel file that we have put up for the students to ask the question, so one of the guy has asked how to maintain the relationship while doing the articleship. Like it's so stressful at work. So how to do that?
Do you want to
You
answer?
you answer. I think you're the.
You have maintained.
See, I think the relationship, if strong, can contain itself through any situations.
Yeah, and like you get the support of each other to like crack CA
Yeah.
exams and then to build a brick brand, which will be surely being a super successful brand in India. And not only in India, in the entire world.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so like, sorry for the last question if I wasn't supposed to ask this
No,
to you.
no.
So, in fact, like, just to give you a more detail on that, during our final exams, we were on leave for what, 4.5, 5 months, right? 4.5, 5 months. So there was
4 months.
yeah. So there was a like lot of study in that period of time, and I don't think that we ever thought about the relationship at that point of time. In the sense कि प्रायोरिटी ही स्टडी होता है, तो आई डोंट थिंक कि उसमें कुछ चैलेंज भी था कभी कि दैट वी हैड टू थिंक ओवर इट कि यार इट्स गेटिंग टू अ प्रॉब्लम पॉइंट वेयर वी हैव टू डिस्कस कि ये कैसे होगा, यू नो. आई थिंक इफ यू आर इन अ healthy relationship, it just, you know, sort of, it's so supportive that you don't feel that kind of burden to you know, carry it or think about it way कि यार इसको कैसे handle करें.
Yeah,
I think
and
that's why we are not able to answer it very properly because we never thought about it.
yeah, we actually didn't think about this. So also I think maturity in this case is important. You have to realize कि अभी दोनों की, you have to think of it like a combined goal.
Yeah.
Right? So अभी तब goal था CA clear करना, right? अब कुछ और goals हैं. But if you think of it like a combined goal, that this is a goal that we have to achieve for us, you will not feel, मतलब वो time, all of this is time management or any like small things of, you know, attention or everything. All of those things go away because in the end, both of you are working towards a goal, right? And even if it's individual goals, it will be just you'll only be able to continue with people who are supportive. Like, right?
Yeah.
If your partner is supportive, तभी हो सकता है. If मतलब
And
otherwise there's no point.
maybe that is a very good time to test your relationship as well. If it becomes hard, then maybe it's not the right one. Since you were talking about takeaways, I just want to mention that another takeaway would be that always like do a small, medium, and long term planning for yourself. And that has to be like just from your perspective, that how you see it, and review it every 3 to 6 months. Right. So, because uh, we often get very distracted from the day-to-day activities that we do. We get busy in whatever our studies or relationships or work interviews, etc., etc. But if you have a long-term picture in mind, and then you sort of slowly take that direction, even one step taken in that direction is better to wander here and there. We have a lot of friends who were working with us at that point of time, and a lot of people after some point of 5 years of their career, now they are thinking about कि यार ये मैं कहाँ आ गया, मेरे को शायद ये करना भी नहीं था. ठीक है, and they are taking that leap of faith now, and they do regret sometimes कि if I would have thought this 3 years back or 4 years back, then maybe it would have been better. I would have reached better state of the career that I want to do. So I think you should figure out that for yourself. And I don't know if I should say it or not, the typical CA job does not pay off very well, right? And initially, if you are ready to do some kind of hunch in a different direction, right? So it can be like joining a startup. So a lot of people right after graduation, they join small startups. That, to give an example, like somebody joined Wiselife. So I was not able to give him a very good pay when he started. He started at just 25K, right? He can be a CA, but I'm giving you example of a BCom graduate, right? So now 3 years later, since he joined me 3 years back, he has a very good understanding of this business, of my business. And right now, I want to retain him, and I am ready to give him more than a lakh or a 1.5 lakh salary easily with ESOPs now, right? Because he's so crucial to my business. And there are so many examples like these where like students with no, I mean, like CAs or graduates with minimum work experience have joined these very good companies in a seed stage and risen to the high ranks of these companies and have become big. So I mean that you should figure out that, do you really want to do taxation? Do you really want to do accounts? Do you really want to do a business, or do you want to do some creativity kind of thing? And you can be a CFO also, man. मतलब आप start करो एक company, छोटी company लो, मत जाओ CA firms में अगर आपको, if that is not your hunch, if you do not like the thing, or you do not want to be working in a statutory audit for entire life, join a startup. करो 3 साल काम देखेंगे, थोड़ा सा फैमिली से सपोर्ट मांगो, but that will get you landed in a better place 5 years from now.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, even considering me or the other CA students who are the entrepreneurship enthusiasts, so like, this is a good opportunity for us. Like, thank you for guiding us, like that we could join these startups and then raise our positions over there and to learn everything about that particular industry or the business. So, like, thank you so much for giving this advice to all the students. So, like, मेरे end से सारे questions now हो गए. Now we'll be opening the platform for our audience. So, like, we'll take 5 or 6 questions from them.
Sure. So we
Yeah.
have to leave by 7:45. We
Okay.
have 7 minutes. So I think 3 questions we can easily take.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, we'll take Ashna first. I think she raised the hand first. Yes.
Hi Shreya, hi Prateek. So my question is like, do entrepreneurs should take a plan B, keep a plan B for themselves?
Yeah. So I think that I didn't have a plan B ever. business wise. Plan, it should not be a plan B. It should be कि मुझे ये प्लान पे इतना टाइम, इतना एफर्ट एंड इतना पैसा इन्वेस्ट करना है और मुझे ये रिजल्ट चाहिए. And if this does not work out, I'll start a new business. I'll look for a new opportunity. But I don't think plan B's work.
And like for example, the transition phase of the business, how we should keep ourselves motivated that yeah, this will go well or it will become a good business.
See, Asha, again, that's what I was speaking about earlier. There is going to be a self-doubt, right? My family or families have been crazy supportive, right? They have invested the initial capital and then more capital and then more capital in our business whenever we need it. But at times they would also come back to us and they'll ask us questions like कि भाई क्या चल रहा है, क्या कर रहे हो, तुम श्योर हो क्या, मतलब because there would be 6 months का स्ट्रेच आएगा जहां पर चीजें गलत हो रही होंगी. मतलब बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि सेल्स डिप कर गई है, स्टॉक खत्म हो गया है, कुछ स्टॉक खराब आ गया है, मतलब लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपन इन द बिजनेस, राइट? सो at times they would also ask, they would also doubt. But as an entrepreneur, you have to be true to yourself. The vision, you have to be true to the vision that you think. And since day one, we have like written a detailed vision, a detailed mission, a detailed value that we are going to be bringing to this world, to India, right? So all of those things we have written down very clearly and we stay true to it very, very committedly. And otherwise it's not going to work. Otherwise, I've seen even my friends have left like 2 to 3 4 startups they have done in the last 5 years, and they have just skipped from one to another, another to another, because they were not committed enough. And like one of them, I had told him कि भाई तू इसमें थोड़ा time रुक, this will work, and it did took off. But another company took off in that space. He was not committed enough to stay in that space for 3 years.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Hi Shreya, hi
Yes,
Prateek.
Varun.
Thanks so much for joining, first of all. And actually, the pitch which was aired on Sony TV recently of your episode was one of the best we have seen. So the moment when you got the offers and you were dancing out of joy, you both.
Yeah.
So that was really the best scene we have seen there. So like every student out there wants to know more about you both, how you guys met, how did it happen. So can you add something on that?
That will be a long story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, so it was
So, but
very much like a filmy scene for me, where I met her, I spoke to her, and I was like that, bhai yehi bandi hai. This is the one, she's the one. And for her, although she felt connected, but it took some time to come back to me.
Yeah, I would say we were lucky in that way to find each other, and I think the longer story will take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
That
who's
should,
the boss now?
Sorry?
who's
Who
the boss?
is
The boss in what sense?
in every sense, like your your relationship and your business?
Yeah, there are no bosses. There are only hard workers in business, also in relationship, also at home. Also, we divide our duties. We try to do that, but then we don't do that. Then we
And we're wise yogis. So since we started yoga, a lot of peace, calmness, all of those things have also come in. So
But it's really great to see you guys doing this. Like one of you have taken a job and made the financial stability good, and so it's really good. Great.
see,
Thanks a
guys.
lot.
That's why we are stressing on the fact that we can actually do anything. Matlab, we had no prior experience of yoga. We had no prior experience of marketing. It's essentially a marketing company, right? But as you think and you make up your mind that I want to do this, I want to achieve it. You work in that area for some time, and then you do things happen. And if that doesn't work, then no problem, no like you get shot down once, but you rise again. Matlab, you have to be committed to the idea, you have to be committed to yourself. find a new idea, start experimenting.
And sir,
True, Prateek.
whether it is
Thanks.
necessary to have means actually I am a CA right now, so whether
Yeah.
it is necessary to have a MBA from the B school, like one of my
Like,
friend is said that like they taught a case study and that all, so we have a that's means that sort of mind we shall have only after studying and that all. So do we really have to have means from one of the means clearing a cat and then means doing the
see, we both are not
MBA.
MBAs, so our
Yes, yes,
answer
yes.
would be that you do not need an MBA.
Right now I would feel there are a lot of मतलब if you have MBA करने के बाद भी I ask people MBA क्यों कर रहे हो? What is
Yes.
your goal? Right? If MBA will help you achieve that goal, it will add to it. Only then do an MBA. Agar if you're not clear only how MBA is going to add value to your eventual goal and how CA cannot add value to it, then there is no point. Right? You have to be clear. If you can clearly tell me why I am doing an MBA and to achieve my goal, well and good, do it. If you're just doing it because someone has told you, or there is madhab you feel that there are skills that can be achieved online, so I don't think there is an entry barrier anywhere.
Don't be a headless chicken.
Hi Prateek, hi Shreya. It's a very quick question from my side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask you that what message you would give to all the CA students out there?
See, I've given 3 messages already.
One short, quick, only one mantra you would say, mantra.
I would say you can do anything
Yeah.
in your brain thing, main nahi to kaun, and just go for it.
Really, really.
Okay.
So
Thank
one
you.
last question from my head. Like
Yeah.
ideas हमें बहुत सारे आते रहते हैं. Not only me, everyone would get ideas daily. Right. I get idea like once a month I get one business idea. And when I get idea, it looks like it's very amazing. It would be very highly scalable. But then I analyze it. I create an Excel sheet and analyze what would be the possibilities, what is the market size, and then it feels like it won't be that much interesting or that scalable. So how do you choose that this idea is the one that you should bet on? Like you choose this
as
yoga.
already mentioned that आपको 1000 आइडियाज आते हैं, फिर आप उसको वेट करते हो
Yes.
और फिर आपको समझ आ जाता है कि इस आइडिया का ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये स्केलेबल नहीं है, ये पॉसिबल नहीं है, ये मार्केट में नीड नहीं है, अगर ये सॉल्व करूंगा तो दिस विल बी टू एक्सपेंसिव व्हिच विल नॉट बी feasible. So again, these are all called feasibility checks, right? So you do the feasibility checks
Yes.
first, then you try to find. So whenever you have made like आपने एक बारी सोच लिया कि this is the idea, this is the problem that I want to solve, then you make a minimum viable product that you pitch to some of your audience that you're targeting, and then you try to convert them. उनको आप बेचो मत, सॉल्यूशन मत दो, बट एक बार उनको पूछो तो कि क्या वो लेंगे, कि मैं आपको इतने रुपए में ये सॉल्यूशन ऑफर करूंगा. If you get like enough number of yeses, then you take it to the next level. And for that also, for the next level also, you have a lot of these startup programs that you can enroll on, right? You have a lot of co-founder searching platforms where people are there who might be wanting to start in a similar space. And then basically you make a minimum viable product, you launch it in a market by your savings or by raising some very little capital from around you, from your relatives, friends, whatever, and then you figure it out further.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shreya and Prateek. So, as we know, thank you for sharing your entire evening with us, and thanks a lot from the whole My Student Club team. Like, we look towards you as an inspiration now, not only in sense of chartered accountants and entrepreneurs, but also in sense of a relationship. So, thank you for inspiring us. Hope to meet you soon on the other side where I'll be pitching and you guys be the shark. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
It was a pleasure talking to you guys. We want to give back to our community by helping them So whenever there is a doubt, you can ping us on LinkedIn or through your page, and we'll be happy to help you in any manner that we could. All the best for your exams, and do plan very well, and keep shining, guys.
Yeah, everything is already said. So I'll just say thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And I really hope that we see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
And
Thank you so much. Yeah.
okay. Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining the session.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Varun.
Uh, yes, Rhythm.
Can we connect? Like you said, you have prepared an Excel sheet that actually figures out how much is the viability, feasibility of that idea.
Yes. We can connect over LinkedIn.
Yeah, yeah, no issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Varun, am I audible?
Yes.
Um, you're a part of the My Student Club team, right?
Yes.
Right. Good evening. My name is Kshitij Kabra. Okay, to begin with, kudos to this session. This was really good. And I have come across your page. I did visit your website today. And this is my very first session for My Student Club. I mean, of My Student Club, which I have attended personally. So, congratulations for this.
Thanks, Ritesh.
Moreover, I just wanted to ask, how often are these sessions conducted? And do we also have an organizing team which is conducting these sessions or, interacting with people?
Yes.
Sorry, just
Yeah.
currently an article assistant at Deloitte Hyderabad
Mm-hmm.
in the internal. It's been 8 months for me in the article, and I'm currently preparing for my PhD.
Your voice is low. I'm unable to hear it clearly. Can you please repeat?
Sure. Can you hear me
Kshitish.
now? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All I was saying is just a brief about myself. I am currently
Mhm.
an article assistant at Deloitte Hyderabad in internal audit domain. It has been 8 months for me in the article. I am simultaneously preparing for CA final,
Mhm.
and I want to be part of the My Student Club. And not only a part, I would want to, understand how are these sessions being organized
Mhm.
and can help you in the organizing process or anywhere else.
So you can connect us on the LinkedIn on my student Clip page only. We do have an founding team and organizing team who organizes such sessions regularly. And this was the first session for like entrepreneurship. But we regularly keep arranging sessions for like articleship, industrial training hunt, and also CA inter and CA final study planning sessions. So we like once or twice a month we do have sessions regularly. So you can connect us over LinkedIn at My Student Club page if you wish to join us and contribute in this.
Sure, I'll surely do
Or
that.
you can what? Sorry, pardon.
Please continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Couldn't sorry. Your voice is very low.
I'm saying, please continue. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
Yeah. So I was saying you can connect either me or Shrishti Sahu, as well as you can message on the My Student Club LinkedIn page, and
Okay.
also you can either message Padam Bansali.
Padam.
Padam Bansali, Shrishti Sahu, or me, or the My Student Club page.
Okay. Okay. Sure. I'll surely send the connection request. Please do accept that. And
Yes, sure.
as I said, I came across your website today. I did go. So what I
Hmm.
understand is that there are different portals on the website, right? I
Hmm.
mean, there's one for articles, there's one for industrial training,
Yes.
and sessions going on. So if we wish to give any of our content, be it in terms of,
Hmm.
I do not know, suggestive sessions or feedback or study material, do we also have
Hmm.
process for these or how is it being planned? Any
Uh,
specific?
No, couldn't understand your last line.
I was asking ki, you said that we do have sessions monthly, once or
Mm-hmm.
twice. Of
Yes.
course, LinkedIn. But apart from that, what is our target honor as of now? Or like, are
So
we
like,
the
mhm,
articles or study prep sessions? Can I
mhm.
just please charter entrepreneurs as you have started this?
Like, so our target audience is the whole CA community, like CA students, not CA community, but all the CA students from CA foundation till CA final. So we also have a Telegram group as well as WhatsApp group where we have a huge community of more than 1600 students on Telegram and over 6000 followers on LinkedIn. So what we like the on the app you can see that we have industrial training portal. From there you can search your the most active portal of our like app is the industrial training portal, because there is nothing as such for your industrial training hunt that you have online. So we have created the first industrial training portal where you can see all your industrial training vacancies all over India, and also apply directly through our site. It will redirect you to the application link. And like secondly, we also have a community portal there, like community tab there, where students can ask their queries or post some content related to C or anything, so that they can engage with each other. And like the sessions are also there regularly for your preparation of CA final and CA inter, and we invite all India rankers from the recent batches or the previous batches to guide them.
Right. That is, I mean, that is what I could sense. And my
Mhm.
only question is, since you said industrial training is the most active portal,
Mhm.
where do we get these vacancies from? Like, do we get these from the members of student club, or is it that
Uh,
we are getting companies?
No, so like over we take these vacancies through LinkedIn and also through our some connections who are working in different firms and different companies. So like our community is so supportive that even if they see some vacancy over LinkedIn, they tag us that this is a vacancy. So we post that same vacancy on our site itself, like all the LinkedIn vacancies as well as the other vacancies which are not posted on LinkedIn through our connections.
Okay, so I can say that, like on your website, you have around 5,057 members. So all these members
Mhm.
are contributing to, I mean, sharing the information to the founders, and then they are uploading on the website for the others to
Um,
see.
yes.
Cool. I mean, I'll surely do that. I'll connect. I mean, I'll share my respective. I'll share my message and my website on LinkedIn, and
Yeah, sure.
how, how are we moving forward, or if I can be the part of the organizing committee.
Mhm. Yeah, sure. You can connect us.
And lastly, from the members who wish to take part, are there any kind of
Mhm.
expectations that you have, be it in terms of, I don't know, content sharing or time,
Mhm.
or how is it?
Like I don't handle that part. Like we have a huge team over there, so you can connect with Shrishti for like if there is any vacancy. Shrishti Sahu,
Okay.
who was the host for this session.
Yes, yes. I'm well aware.
Yeah.
Uh,
She will let you know if there are any vacancies in any of the uh, sectors.
ओके ओके और मतलब आप कौन सी चीजें हैंडल कर करते हो इफ आई शुड लाइक फिर मैं आप इससे रिलेटेड आपको क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा
Uh, Pardon, your voice break.
सॉरी आई वाज जस्ट आस्किंग कि तो मतलब
Mhm.
आप कौन से स्पेसिफिक चीजें हैंडल करते हो तो मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम से आपको उसी के रिलेटेड पूछूंगा मतलब
So like I was one of the founding members of this My Student Club. Like we have 5 to 6 members who are a part of a founding team, and then we have 10 to 15 members more who contribute to for marketing, for organizing these sessions. So I am a part of like decision making strategic, and we have to take like what else we have to add to our portal. Like first we had only industrial training portal, then we started the articleship training portal, then we had events portal also, but that could not that didn't have a good response, so we have currently shut it down. Like we used to add all the ICI events all across India, like all the events which would occur, we used to put it on our events portal. So I am a part of that team.
Thank you so much for your time, and once again, congratulations for today's event. It was indeed a success.
Thank you, Kshitij.
Thank you. Good day.